Hi, my name is Robert Duffy. I'm the inventor of the Quick Step Anchor, and this is a video about the features of the Quick Step Anchor. This is the Quick Step Anchor right here. It's actually a pretty simple piece of equipment. There's not a lot to it. It's about 11 pounds. The dimensions are, it's 18 inches long by 12 inches wide. The top plate here has about a 1/4 inch lip that goes around it. That is what you're going to use when you're using this at night and you want to know where your foot is. You're going to be able to feel that lip. It's not big enough where it's going to be, cause you to trip or anything like that, but it is big enough where you're going to be able to tell where your foot is. These cutouts right here are put here to lighten up the Quick Step Anchor, but also they act as traction for your foot when you get it down there. These two spots right here are where you're going to mount the Quick Step Anchor in your apparatus. You buy the mounting hook. You're going to mount it just like that in the apparatus. Also, these holes here are how you're going to carry it. You're just going to put your lander right through there. Simple as that. I'll go through that in a minute. This right here, these are actually your anchor hooks. They're curved. The curvature on these hooks will allow you to use this on the thickness of a roof of about 1 inch all the way up to almost 4 inches. This is probably the toughest part of the whole thing to get figured out. They're made out of a special type of steel, very strong. On these hooks right here, they move freely to the left and right, in and out, also up and down. And the reason for that is when you make your cut into your roof, your kerf cut, your anchor cut, if you will, if your cut's not straight, which is probably not going to be, usually when you're doing it, your cut's not 100% straight. But this is going to allow for that, the variance in these hooks. You're still going to be able to mount this thing in, it's going to sit straight. On these hooks, if you see right here, these are heat sensors. And these heat sensors here are going to turn black at about 500 degrees. If these heat sensors turn black, what you're going to do is take this piece of equipment, you're going to send it back to us. We're going to evaluate it and replace the hooks and send it back to you. We get it back to you in a very quick time. Also, on here, you have your rocker arms, which are going to help you adjust your working platform or top plate, if you will, to adjust to any pitch roof from 412 to a 1412, and you're not going to work on any pitches that are steeper than a 1412 that I know of. So this will adjust to pretty much any pitch roof that you're going to work on. Along with that, you have your adjustment handle right here. When you're going to adjust it, when it's anchored into the roof, just take this handle, move it up and down, and that's how you're going to adjust it. It moves very freely, moves very easy. On the bottom here, you have your 2 legs, and this is actually where most of the weight goes when you're standing on it. A lot of people have the misconception that all the weight is on these hooks. It's really not. We did a weight test of it was 1,000 pounds, a static test. We put 1,000 pounds on it for 48 hours in a serial selection. Most of the weight goes down on these 2 legs. It's distributed among the 4 different points. Also on the bottom, what you have here is your main anchor point for your safety lanyard. It's also you leave it hooked up so that it's grab and go. This is your safety lanyard right here. There's going to be a few different lanyards that are offered with the Quick Step Anchor. They're going to be sold separately. This one right here is the one that I use. It's got 2-stage carabiners with the captive eye right here, and what the captive eye does is it stops it from spinning around. It's always going to be in this position, and you can open this carabiner up with one hand just by twisting it and pulling it in. You want to make sure that your carabiners are NFPA certified, all this stuff. This safety lanyard right here is fire resistant up to 900 degrees. It's a product called Technora, Tech 11 rope. Along with that, we have our Captive Eye Crucic, which is adjustable. You're going to when this is anchored into the roof, and I'll show you that on the instructional video, when this is anchored into the roof, your standing part of your safety lanyard is going to be anchored to the quick step. This is going to be your running end. It's going to be attached to your safety belt, and you can adjust it as you see fit. So it goes all the way to about 8 feet. You can go anywhere from 3 feet, 6 feet, whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable. There's really not a lot more to this than that. It's relatively simple. It's virtually indestructible. I dropped it off a 3-family roof accidentally, and I still don't know where it landed out there. So along with this being aircraft grade aluminum, the hardware that's on here is also aircraft grade. These bolts right here, the nuts that hold them in are called crush nuts. And when you put these on, they can't come loose. That's what airplanes use, so they don't vibrate loose. So when you're taking a look at this, when you get it out of the box, you want to obviously check all your welds, make sure everything's solid. And after a while using it, that's what you want to do. Check your nuts, check all your welds to make sure everything's safe. And I really can't think of a lot more to tell you about this and that. That's how simple it is. It's extremely effective, and I thank you for buying it. Thank you.